NBC Chief Investigative Reporter Berkeley Breen went to the home of Joe Prude to get his reaction. Burke?
Hey, Brett, when Daniel Prude got on a train in Chicago almost a year ago and headed towards Rochester, it was to his brother Joe's house that he was heading to, and that's who he was going to stay with. Joe Prude was Daniel's only relative here in Rochester, and so I went back to Joe Prude's house to talk to him today. Joe Prude wonders how everyone could watch his brother stop breathing in police custody and die a week later.
And not one indictment was passed down? How you think I feel about that system now?
Attorney General Tish announced the grand jury's decision Tuesday. The panel decided not to charge the officers with a crime.
We presented the strongest case possible.
Let that have been me on the other hand. Me doing that to a cop. I'd have been indicted way faster than it took them to come down with their decision.
Joe Prude was the person who called 911 last March asking for help with Daniel. He called 911 a second time after Daniel was released from Strong Hospital and then ran away, threatening to hurt himself.
To treat somebody unhumane like that.
Joe Prude was on the steps of City Hall when the death of his brother was first made public in September. Yesterday, he met with Attorney General James after her announcement.
She told me they did the best that they could, you know. And my response was, how the world seen a black man get slaughtered in the street, and there's no repercussion behind it.
Tuesday, we spoke to the lawyers of the police officers who were the targets of the grand jury investigation.
These grand jurors heard the evidence. There was not enough evidence to indict these officers, and that's what came out of this.
The officers are still suspended with pay. Joe Prude says he wants them fired.
Because who's to tell if they ain't going to target me now? Because I spoke out about it. Who's to say I'm not next? Am I next?
Coming up in my story, new at 6, we're going to look into this court order by a judge, a county court judge in Monroe County, to release the grand jury testimony in this investigation. And I'm going to talk about the letters that the lawyers for the police officers sent the court about that very issue today. Berkeley Breen, News 10, NBC.
Thanks, Burke.